Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, your home for Crimson Tide sports. And I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama women's basketball team, Wendell Hudson. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Coach, your team is off to a 5-0 start this season. You got to be pretty pleased with the way the season's transpired so far.
Well, we really are. And we're not just pleased because we're 5-0. We're pleased because we're playing the way we practice. And we're working on the things in the games. And that's what this team, and we've talked to this team over and over about. You know, let's get better as a basketball team. All of these things that we're doing right now is to make us a better basketball team to get us ready for SEC play.
Coach, last week the team went up against North Texas. You had a lead, you let it slip, sending the game into overtime. You were behind in the first two overtimes, came back and won the game. Though, kind of talk about that game going back and forth, and what does that do for this team though to say, to show them that hey, when you're playing with the lead, you have to learn how to play with the lead. But also though, when they got down, they fought back and didn't give up. Well,
I think that was the most important part. We had a lead, like you said, and we couldn't score for a while. And then we did, but the look in their eyes that nobody ever gave up. Mm-hmm. They always thought they were going to win the game. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how about let's do it then? Let's make some, and that was a really good teaching lesson. And plus we had a situation where we had people play a lot of minutes. I thought one of the best things to come out of that Kanisha Horn played 50 minutes. And she hadn't been playing that type of minutes for us. And of course, we only played 40, but she played 50 out of 55 minutes. And since that time, and she's come back and practice has been better, and she's proved to herself that she can compete and play longer. And it was good from, we had other people play. Deja Simmons played 52 minutes, and we had people play 47 and 46. And what that ended up doing was proving the point that, if we had to, we can play longer and play better. But the most important part about it, and you already hit on it, is that we lost the lead and still hung in there and came back. And after 3 overtimes, we were fortunate enough to win the game. But even if we had lost that game, I would have felt like we accomplished what we've been talking about becoming a better basketball team, because we never gave up and we kept fighting. And the hard part about a game like that is that when you have a lead and you lose it, how are you going to react from that standpoint? And we did a really good job.
Well, Coach, this past Sunday you had a win against Southeastern Louisiana. Wasn't as exciting as that North Texas game, but you did come away with 25 assists. What did you see from this team? And you got to be pretty pleased about that they can pass the ball and move the ball around and convert on those.
I thought it was a complete team effort, a complete team win. I mean, 25 assists in a basketball game, which is unheard of. But I thought we shared the ball as well as we could possibly share it from an offensive standpoint. But I think that what we really did defensively, we really got after Southeast Louisiana, and they're a much better team than they showed. And I thought we had a lot to do with them not showing that they were a very good basketball team. But defensively, they had 31 turnovers, and we had like 12 or 14 steals. And when you're doing that, that means that everybody's rotating and doing some of the things from a defensive standpoint, and that's something you can count on every night.
Well, Coach, talking about that, this team seems to be meshing pretty well. How's the chemistry on this team?
They like each other. I mean, and I know chemistry is one of those terms that everybody talk about, and sometimes people think, well, yeah, but it is, if you don't have it, you're in trouble. And if you have it, then, you trust each other. And I think we go back over the last 2 games we were talking about. They trusted each other. They trusted each other in 3 overtimes that regardless of what happened, we all are going to give all we had to give, the ones that was playing. And then in the next game, regardless of what happened, we were going to play together as a team. And sometimes you go in at halftime with a 20, 25-point lead. Coming back out the second half, a lot of teams kind of mess around. Well, we didn't mess around. We got off to a really good start and shared the ball. So this team like each other, and they're really having fun, and they're a fun group to be around.
Well, Coach, you have your second road test of the season this weekend at Wisconsin. How's your team preparing for the Badgers?
I think one of the things that with this team, we're going to go into the basketball game, there's no question, prepared, 1, but 2, with confidence that we can play on the road. And we scheduled these games this way. We've had a couple at home, and then we went on the road, then we a couple more at home, going on the road, because that's kind of the SEC schedule that you're going to have. You're going to have to go, and you got to learn how to win on the road too. Right. And actually, there's sometimes, and I don't know if that's just going to be true right now, but I think you play better on the road because all the distraction of being at home is out of the way. And so I'm real excited about going to the Big Ten, playing in there, and they're going to be real excited. Their football team is going to be like our football team, playing in the championship. And So it ought to be really good. Big Ten versus the SEC, so that ought to be a fun basketball game.
What does it do for this team to play maybe, like another big-name team like that in the non-conference schedule?
I think it just prepares you for getting ready to go into the SEC, and especially playing them on the road. And, I think the way we will go out and execute would tell us a lot about where we are right now, and that's the whole key. It's just keep getting better as a basketball team.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the start, 5-0 on the season, and good luck this weekend against Wisconsin.
Well, thank you.
For head coach Wendell Hudson, I'm Chris Fringland for Crimson Tide Connection.